So they're hoping.
All right, y'all are live.
They're hoping to open it the first part. Quarter. Yeah, in the first quarter next year.
Jen, you brought all my stuff over here too. You're a freaking doll.
This is actual like ice, like water and ice.
Yeah, you're a doll.
It's a great throw. Yeah, it is great.
Yeah, so it's like.
Can I pop in next to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Where's Kenny Cook?
Jason.
Jason, nice to meet you.
Brad.
Brad,
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Kathy.
Kathy, Kenny Cook, nice to meet you.
So we, yep. The good news was they didn't need a permit to demo, so they can start demoing.
So they'll just let you break shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But
But fixing it, they're gonna come.
Right.
Woo! What an LSD! Let's giggity go. That's on the button.
yes, sir. So we're hoping, it'd be fun to start hosting. Because, like, right now, we get one night a week at that.
Yep.
So we can't even do a Bondsville or anything. You know, we came out to Dallas for the
I was gonna say you look familiar.
Yeah, I was the one wearing a sling most time.
There you go.
Because apparently I tore the 210s off my shoulder 5 days before that.
Oh, that'll do.
Yep.
That'll
I didn't
do.
know what was wrong with it. Just knew it hurt a lot. So.
I was the one that was white girl wasted the whole time.
Yeah, I take offense to that.
Flu vaccines are arriving at 4. As a competitor, understand you may not want to get those until later, but they are up there and available. You can help out USA Curling by taking a snapshot on your phone of the QR code. So if you feel like helping us out a bit on that, that'd be great. The other thing is we neglected to give you the patches for Arena Nationals when you arrive. So they are at the table that Craig and I are at, the merch table. So
Cut out
come by there and get your patches. Apologies for
Patches.
that. All right. Thanks. Good luck at curling.
It's like you cut out with the one word, except what it was.
I forgot my water. My water on my car. We'll be back.
I'm curious what kind of shoes she's rocking.
Which one?
The Parks.
I think those are Asics. They might be Nikes.
Yeah, I started making shoes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's
Give
fun.
Craig a little run for his money?
Well, what it started is I'm left-handed, so there's not a lot of cool left-handed curling shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I think I can do this. I got all the tools in the garage. I just didn't buy a sheet of Teflon, and so I bought a pair of kickball shoes that were lime green from a Broom's lime green.
Nice.
Sanded them flat. Did it. I was like, this isn't that hard to do. So I started making shoes. I made the one my wife's wearing. I made those because she wanted silver shoes.
Causing trouble over here?
I ain't.
Huh? Are you coming down?
I want to provide color commentary.
Alrighty.
Right? What are you doing?
Hey, Jen.
Hey,
Do I need to share this?
where's your heart? So get him.
You're amazing. Okay.
Cool.
Hey, if you need a bathroom break or something, you just let me know and I'll get in there and I'll
Deal.
straighten this out.
Deal. Deal. Keep it between 10 and 2, please.
10 and 2, 10 and 2.
Where you going? Where you going?
Any minute now.
Really?
I hope so.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna look up.
It's the most cardio I've done all weekend. All right, give up.
Yep. Not looking up.
Don't they understand it's all about me?
Oh my gosh. You all were in Wausau last year, weren't you? You were in Wausau last year.
Where at?
Wausau?
Yep. Yep.
Club Nationals. Yeah.
I follow these girls around. I belong to the one with the purple hair.
Arg. Arg. Hey. What? Ugh. What? Where you going? Where you going?
Yeah.
Let's wait for Dad.
Reading and he said, your fans are watching, don't suck. That's what he said. The guy said to everybody, like,
Love that.
your fans are watching, don't suck.
Jason, you want a beer or anything?
I'm good right now. I'll go a little bit. It's gonna bite you on the end.
All right, everybody, welcome to the third draw for Team Segovia, going for their three-peat here in the 2023 Arena Nationals in beautiful Evelyn, Minnesota. Drew up a tough draw this time. They're going to go against Curl Vegas and Team, what is that?
Las Vegas.
What's the skip's name?
Team Knepper.
Team Knepper. Don't sleep on Team Knepper.
That's right. We'll take a nap, baby.
I, of course, am your humble servant, Kenny Cook, here. Coming to bring color commentary and a little bit of play-by-play for all of our viewers around the tri-state area, North America, and even, yes, the world, as the lead for Team Segovia, Jess, is in the hack and delivering her first stone. Segovia's asking for just off center line, a corner guard, so aggressive strategy out of the gate. Both sweepers think it's a little heavier than what it needs to be. Looks like it's going to touch paint. And both leads, a little surprised by the speed of the ice. They did repebble after the warm-up, so a little bit faster what they thought. Both ones are through the house, so Fulgham lead for Curl Vegas with their second stone coming out of the hack. Looks pretty hot as well. Both sweepers are holding up their hands. The international symbol for please, dear Lord, slow down. And right out of the gate, we might get 6 feet of fury as Segovia steps up with a skip sweep, and she's digging. Exciting stuff as always when we get a skip to show off some sweep, and that's through the house again. So let's see if Boswick, Jess over here, can dial in the speed of this ice with her second stone. Both sweepers, again, kind of sticking their hands out. This looks a little bit lower. Parks does a point to the backboard, thinks it's through the house as well. It's definitely touching paint. It's got to drop an anchor. We're going to see a double skip sweep here. Sweeping, it's carrying. Back 8, back 12, and sits down. We're touching paint, and the game's going. That's correct. So the opposing team skip can sweep the other team's stone once it gets past the tee line.
Yeah. I was following that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's obviously that line that goes through the middle.
Right through the center.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a T line, so. All right.
We got some of Vegas's most faithful sitting around the camera. Dual stream. So apologies and howdy do to the crowd that's going to be hearing my commentary. I promise to be as neutral as possible.
Jeez. Come on, lady.
I do have broadcasting integrity.
Settle down.
So this ice is definitely sped up from what it was during the warm-up. Says both leads and now 1 second have sent the rocks through the house or deep. So first stone for the second team Segovia, Heather Cook, out of the hand. Looks a little bit hot as well. This line seems to be a little bit slower. It's tracking pretty nicely. Again, slightly biased. This is going to be the T line for sure. Maybe even back house. It's going all the way to the dadgum button, and it's a beaut. A little nervous bite of the lip from Heather Cook as she realized that was supposed to be a guard. That's a Bob Ross happy miss, but an opportunity now for Vegas to come in here and start moving some granite. A little bit of tight line, so I don't think she's trying to call a hit here. I think she's going to try and do a really good technical shot, which is a freeze on that shot stone there at the button. Out of hand, it's real heavy, though.
Flora's giving the hand signal.
It's got a lot of handle on it, so it does have an opportunity to stay straight. If the sweepers get on it, they might be down there on that back stone. It's looking like it's going to do exactly that. Sweeper's trying to hold the line so it doesn't curl. It's going to get a nice little tap out the back there and sticks around. A good hit for Vegas. Sitting second shot there in full 8 on the back left corner. Segovia's taps her belly. That means control weight. So asking Heather Cook to tap that out. Preferably stick around. And a real heavy toss from Heather Cook. That is a bullet. Closer to heavy peel, and she holds up her hand and says, sorry, had too much protein with lunch.
It's like, I think she has a question.
For those of y'all joining in, this is the third draw for Team Segovia out of Houston. Going against Team Knepper out of Curl, Vegas. First end, setting up on Vice Stones. Team Segovia, defending champs, do have hammer after a very tight LSD. So, first of the 2 Vice Stones for both teams here is Whetstone. Looking like she's wanting to pull a top 3 or top 12, a deep 3 guard or top 12 to guard that second shot stone over there on the left-hand side. Looks like it's going to over curl just a scotch. And it's going to go all the way down to T-line. Just above T-line, and it's begging for a double, and Julie Segovia is happy to oblige. Ask her vice, Alyssa Parks, who is the only member of the Houston women's team that was part of that gold medal champion 3 years ago, going for her three-peat. She's definitely been here before, used to the pressure. Out of the hand, it's a little narrow. The sweepers are really digging in to hold the line, but it's going to over curl. The double's gone. She is going to hit that first stone. Oh, and she gets a little pop on the shot stone and it's going to stick around. That looks like second shot, too. So we've got Team Segovia, first and second shot. Those two are also looking like a double opportunity. Knepper taps the bottom of her foot. That's hack weight. So she's going for the hit. Opportunity if she can hit 3/4 on the outside of that stone to get a double. Big opportunity here. Out of the hand, it looks pretty good. Both sweepers are sweeping hard to hold the line. It is coming in. It's tracking on a really good line. Tracking on a really good line. Oh, and she just skirts by the back shot. So she gets her one, sticks around with a nice nose. That's going to be shot right there. Houston sitting second. Vegas sitting 1 and 3. Segovia's looking at it. Rather than going the cross ice, which is a high risk, she's going to ask for Alyssa Parks to hit on the inside of that shot stone and just a little wiggle to the left, right onto the button, and provide partial guard for that second shot stone as well. It's going to be a little bit less weight. This is closer to Hack Plus control. It is curling. It's to the nose. It's on the inside of the nose. Jess has got to really sweep to hold it there. Oh my goodness, and she gets the double. A happy Alyssa Parks. Is that, candidly, not what she was trying to do, but a good little outcome. And yes, folks, we do drink for doubles.
What's that?
What do they play? Do they play tonight?
They played at 8 ends. Ends, you'll notice that this is the first game that y'all are clocking in on here this weekend. They have baseball scoring, so you could even call them innings.
Yeah, so each team gets to throw each end. So it's just like baseball. Yeah. Think of it like that.
So I saw the scoring down there. I was not paying up on the
Yeah.
So the innings across the top are the ends. One through, that goes to 11 up there, but they're slated to play 8 ends. And if it's tied after 8, they'll do an extra round.
Do they always have those kind of scoreboards here?
Here at Curl Masabi, they do, yeah.
Oh,
That is real hot and just wide. With that type of line, they are probably looking closer to a hack weight, maybe even heavy tap. So a really good opportunity for Segovia to apply some pretty good pressure here right out of the gate. It's a pretty tight line that she's calling here. I'm not sure if she's wanting to split the house. My thought would she be wanting to put something in the top 8 and guard that.
Yeah, that's what I thought you could do as well.
But that line's way too tight.
Yeah, so maybe she wants to try to knock it.
So she's splitting the house.
Yeah.
She's going to try and draw to the edge of the 8 on the right-hand side. I saw second Heather Cook over here hold up her broom horizontally, which is a signal for what they're asking for. So really aggressive play call here from Julie Segovia. And that's out of the hand. This is tracking to the back of the house. Starting to grind. Top 12, top 8, T-line, back 8, back 12, and it's biting back 12. So he does manage to split the house, but that did carry a little bit too far, and there's actually an opportunity for a triple here. And that's exactly what she's going to go after. Big risky shot right now, seeing as how this is her last stone. She's got to hit this double and wiggle back to the right, wreck on that third stone on the back. Yep. So this is a really aggressive shot call for Skip over here.
Really gonna try and knock all those yellows out.
With that line call, she's trying for a triple.
So they're gonna try to hit that. Those two on the left.
Woo! Yeah.
Bounce across.
She throws it outside. This has got to curl a lot. It is curling. It is curling.
No, it's going to miss. Field goal.
And she's going to kick a field goal. She ports it. Oof. Aggressive play call. And a good opportunity. But she shoots it out of the hand a little bit wide and unfortunately ports, which gives Houston and Julie Segovia an open draw. All she's got to do is touch 12, and she gets 4 in first in.
They're throwing lighter.
Wow. Good. Heather Cook on it right away. She thinks it's a little light. Both sweepers are really digging in. I think it's already there. Heavy sweeping. I think they can get off. That's why I'm behind the glass and they're on the ice, though. They know better than me. That's going to be down into the full 4. Button. Back 4. Back 8. And sticks around. A little overswept there, but the nerves are out and the scoreboard is up. Segovia takes 4 in the first end after Knepper from Vegas tries an aggressive triple with her last shot, ends up porting, and Segovia takes advantage.
Yeah, it's pronounced Knepper.
Knepper? Knepper, thank you. Excuse me to our Vegas viewers.
That's my fault. That's all right.
I've heard Knapper, I've heard Knepper, so I'm like,
Yeah, it's Knepper. The case silent.
So quick little zoom in here for those that are just joining. It's 4-0 after the first end. Segovia takes advantage with hammer. Open draw. Just had to touch paint. Gets her 4. They'll be happy with that. Couple of little smiles, giggles, and it looks like 3 high fives over there in the back corner during the mandatory 60-second break between ends. And here comes Segovia walking back towards the camera as they prepare for the next end. Tell you what, pace of play is very quick so far.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate. The couple outside shots.
Oh, no.
Is that what he did? Settle down, young lady.
Just a little heavy again. Easy, easy, easy. And a heavy skip sweep as it just goes out the back. Good sweep from Skip there. Let's see if I can dial this in. Knepper with a quick changeup, wants to try and draw around.
Gave 4 in the sign up.
I got short time at 375. That's probably going to be back a house. Looks really nice coming in. It's got to curl a little bit. And right there on the button, perfect tee weight. Very nice shot. It is sticking out about 3/4. Heather Cook can see it. She is a hitting specialist, so Julie Segovia taps her hip. That's bumper weight. Just past hack. We're going to try and tap this out at an angle. Could even nose. But best case scenario, she's going to get across the nose and wiggle just a little to the left underneath the guard while taking out. Clean release. This looks a little bit more than bumper. It's got a curl. It's got to curl a lot. She gets her hit, does not get across the nose, instead rolls over out into the open, back 8. Nice shot. Going for a hit here. Really light handle, so it will curl a lot. And it's doing exactly that. It's heading in the right line. Nice back line weight here. Gonna get her tap. And a really nice shot. Both sweepers like it. She's going to get the stone. I think she's going to be on the outside and spill out. Oh, she's a little too wide. Gets a piece of it, but it rolls it just underneath the guard and just came out of the hand a little too hot, I think. This has got to slow down. This is tracking to go through. You're going to get a couple of polite sweeps from Segovia as she just makes sure. Keeping the house clean. Another tap on the hip for bumper weight. Now comes Alyssa Parks. Trying to go outside in. You can see about probably half the stone, maybe a quarter behind that guard from where she's sitting in the hack. Nice touch weight shot here. Oh, it looks real narrow. Oh, she's gonna paper by the guard. What a shot by Alyssa Park. She gets across the nose and it's gonna park dead buried. What a shot. Perfect weight control. Seen a couple comments here about maybe being a bit blurry. We are on the air quote good Wi-Fi, but I think there's a lot of people on here, so bear with us as we hope that Elon Musk sends some Starlink over here we can catch on to. Otherwise, we're going to deal with what we got.
How many people, Kenny, watch it?
I got 18, so.
My mom's not on yet. I'm gonna text her right now. Get on, Mom. Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
Double my viewers.
Little light from the Vice on the second shot as they tried the draw around, so they wrecked on the guard. Segovia sees an opportunity with a couple of guards staggered there, so she's going to try and draw around, but this rock is not curling at all. I think Alyssa Parks a little bit heavier in what she meant to do here. Instead of top 8, this is going to be about hack. So sails through. Still an opportunity here for Vegas and Knepper is that shot stone is sitting behind tee line and fully guarded, so they can, with plenty of room between the guards and shot stone, go and draw between with a little bit of backing.
Wow. Yeah, just saw that. Did you see that? A run back, double. Is it 3?
This has got to curl quite a bit, and it's also got to sit down.
Just put your foot in the way.
The weight's pretty nice. It's just gonna. Oh, it is just a scotch too heavy. Just a scotch. Good line call by the skip, and actually both these skips. That rock's really curling on this line. It's just weight sensitive. So Segovia's gonna say, "All right, take my gripper off. Watch this. See if she could do it too." Alyssa Parks does a little pat to the air, saying, "Chill out." For those of y'all that are just joining in, we're in this skip stones here in the second end. Team Segovia got 4 in the first with hammer. So here in the second end, first of the 2 shot with yellow here. That's Houston in the back left of the button, trying to draw behind these 2 guards. Heather Cook right out of the hand thinks it's light, and she's really digging in, but Park's calling her off.
They do. I don't have access to it. If you want to print something, send it to me.
So a good early sweep's going to carry it to the top 4, all the way down into the button. An okay result, and that's kind of the look that Segovia made off the right-hand side just outside the camera. Sitting 1 and 2, but a little bit more poking out and something to hit for Knepper. A potential for another double, and she's already shown that she loves going for those big double hits. That's exactly what she's going to try here, but with this broom call, it looks maybe more like a heavy draw.
Yeah, I think she's going to try to draw in.
Do a little tap back. That's the smarter of the choice. Guys are really sweeping to hold this line. Oh,
Yeah, he was. He was on.
digging in. Got to curl a mile.
Got too much weight to it. It's got to stay on the outside. We missed something.
Oh, there's Myers, yeah. Just noticing that for our Texas viewers, we've got Carl Shaper over on sheet 1 being commentated by Jen. She'll be popping over here for a couple color commentary editions here at some point during the game, and I'll be swapping in. We've got obviously Segovia and Knepper out of Curl Vegas here, and I am your very own Kenny Cook commentating. And over another Texas team, Myers is on sheet 8 on the far end over there after the first end. Looks like they put up a 3-banger. And if I'm looking, they're in a lot of trouble as it looks like their opponent, Bessert, is about to pull up a 5-banger. My goodness. So back to the action on the line's a lot tighter than the other rocks that we've seen. I'm guessing that she was asking for a guard, but this is going to carry into the paint. That's going to shut down the draw path. Oh, a really nice shot. Jeez, really, really nice shot from Julie Segovia. It's going to take away the rocket hit. This is going to have to be some control weight. But with hammers, she can't hit unless she gets a triple. Segovia's managed to put Knepper in the exact same situation. You've got to do a triple or you've got to draw. The draw is there to the edge of the button for 1, but a really strong force from Segovia. Knepper's seen a lot of shots, a lot of stones come down this line, so she's confident in the line. This is all about weight. The sweepers like it. They're getting on it. This is tracking pretty well. They may need to get off it. I think it's all there. Oh, it's just going to be a scotch inside. She's going to wreck on that stone that Segovia just threw. Segovia is going to get 2. Alyssa Parks and Whetstone both looking at it, decide whether those on the 8-foot are inside or out, and we might get ourselves a measure. Nope, they settle on it. Looks like it's going to be 2 for Segovia. So Knepper with a really nice shot there, just a scotch inside over curls and wrecks on that last 8 stone from Segovia. But she is successful, Knepper meaning, of cutting down the score from 3 to 2. So after 2 ends, Segovia with hammer in the first takes 4. And second end gets a steal of 2. We are now 6-0 after 2 ends for Team Segovia out of Houston, Texas. 60-second break. We'll be back to the action right after this.
How do you decide who throws first?
So whoever scores throws first on the next.
Yeah,
So that's the advantage. So you get, they call it the hammer. You get the last shot. So the team that didn't score gets the hammer. So they get the last shot of the next game.
Got it. How do they decide who went first, like before anybody's
Flip coin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Old school.
Yeah.
got it. I like it.
Old toss.
I understand that.
Like the person.
You're like, that's the only part I've understood about this whole thing. Yeah, we were actually at a club in Minnesota a couple weeks ago, and they had wooden dice about this big, where I guess they just roll in whoever has a higher number.
Fun. What club?
All right, let's see.
Club in Minneapolis, and then a smaller plane too.
That actually looks a little bit better.
Because it was a 3-hour.
I don't know, just went out and double checked, and it's
difference, you know, and we bought these tickets months before. And we're like, what if we fly into Minneapolis and it's a snowstorm or something? Now we're driving.
yeah, it's a little bit better.
Snowstorm,
All right.
which will compound that 4.5 hour. You know what I mean? Like, so we're
I
like,
know Kim was asking me about it. I'm like, well, it's welcome to Minnesota. We kind of just toss a coin on the weather. You never know. And I know
Yeah.
Minneapolis is cheaper, but Duluth was closer. So.
right, and that's where we erred on the side of caution on the fact that, you know, $150 more to not have to drive, and you know, it's 3 hours each way.
Right.
So that's 6 hours versus.
My viewers appreciate it.
Oof, man, they're.
Back to the action on sheet 4. Yeah, if y'all heard me mention a couple of minutes ago over on sheet 8, team Nick Myers out of DFW got a 3 in the first end and just gave up a 5-ender in second, so they are down 3-5. And they're clearly on tilt. Ooh, excuse me, as they start firing up the buzzsaw, I'm looking over there for now and I see 1, 2, 3 in a straight center line, all of them in the house. And so they've already got their opponent hidden. Excuse me. You can hit, you can draw into a pocket,
Yeah.
freeze, little tap back's fine.
That's what I was thinking, freeze tap back, just because they've been throwing a little heavy, so
Yeah.
you get air on the side of, you got a backstop.
Exactly.
Back versus,
Just tell them T-line weight and let the sweepers take it an extra 6 inches.
Yeah.
Do a little tap back.
and then you got a backstop behind it.
This is a tight line, so this is more control weight. Oh, and it's out of her hand.
I think she wanted a corner guard
Okay.
on the right side.
This
but
is
Flora's throwing heavy. So I think it's just sitting out there.
Hey, Mandy. See you. We're down 6-0 right now.
wow, and they get a double. I didn't see the call on this one if they're trying to draw in or put a guard in front. It looks like Segovia is asking for top 8. So fill in the house. It's got to curl a mile. Looks like this is going to be heavier than what they were looking for.
Yeah, that side of the sheet, it seemed like
It's running straighter.
yeah. 'Cause that weight wasn't that bad for.
No, that was T-line weight.
Yeah.
Just never came over.
Didn't come over at all. All right, I mean, just. She's like.
Now you grip and rip.
Yep. Close your eyes. Send it. Let's go, Kim.
Full send. Full send being asked of second here, Kim Strong.
It's got options.
Oh, wow, look how much that curls.
Yeah, already.
Holy cow. Okay. She's going to get to nose. Shoot, she's going to get to the outside of the nose and roll out. So starting to see maybe a little bit of a fall here on this sheet from right to left, as on the left-hand side, they're not curling too much back in. On the right-hand side, they're really curling right to left. So see if the teams adjust or if that's a theme we start recognizing continue. Segovia, not listening to the guy behind the camera in the glass, puts a ton of broom out there. Asking for Heather Cook to do the exact same things last time, just with a little bit more of a rotation, or a little bit more curl, trying to get back to center line. Yeah, see, look, it's still staying out there.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, and you saw how fast Kim took off in that direction.
Yeah, so we've all figured it out behind the glass.
That's right.
Yeah.
You gotta figure it out. Get me on the court.
All right, so.
I've never missed a shot from back here. So Segovia sitting 1, 2, and 3. Open house.
All right, there you go. Give her a little more.
Looks like Orion's belt stacked at a 45-degree angle. This is the beautiful sport of curling, Mr. Combo. Curling. It is an Olympic sport. These are not Olympians. Just a one shade underneath that level. This is Arena Nationals. Brought to you here in Eveleth, Minnesota. Being hosted by Curl Masabi. 2023 Arena Nationals. We've got teams from all over the United States competing all weekend. Most teams got in here on Wednesday night. Competition started up on Thursday. We are in our second day. Full day of curling. Started at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll go until the wee hours of the morning, much to the chagrin of a couple of our competitors. Full day tomorrow and championships on Sunday. This is Team Segovia's Vice Alyssa Parks looking for a wiggle. A nose would be fine. It's going to hit, and a little wiggle. Yeah, I think this ice is slanted.
Yeah, where that's it right now. I think she's gonna go for the takeout again, but if their weights were a little better.
So she's tapping the belly, then she's tapping the hips, saying somewhere between control. I'm glad y'all could see that through the viewfinder. That's I don't care what weight.
Right,
Somewhere.
we lost all control of the situation. Throw the stone.
An exasperated Knepper in the third inning, saying just throw it and hit something.
Oh, she's outside. Brought it back.
She's got to bring it across her body. She does. So we'll see if this one dives to the left like the other one. Okay, it's curling in a really nice line. She might hit this pocket. If she can get across the nose, she's going to nose it. Okay.
Wow, here we go. Right there.
Alyssa Park sets up for her second shot. A confident Segovia has a lot of trust in this vise. They've curled together quite a bit. Asking her to shoot at her pile of stones and curl just about 1.5 feet, so control weight, maybe just hack, to get that shot stone red nose. Now this one's curling a little bit out of hand, but there it straights out. Sweepers are holding the line really hard, sweeping really hard, and it's going to be a dead nose. Really nice shot. Really nice shot. And the pile sits.
Down to just hammer home again.
Yeah, if she, that yellow is, that yellow that Alyssa Parks just threw is sitting corner of it just in front of that back stone, so there is an opportunity to nose and spill two.
What did they do?
She's thinking of, okay, so her first shot thought was to draw around behind the pile, which would be a great shot if they could park it on the back left button, but she thinks better of it and decides to go back to the hitting game. Goal is going to be to hit this just at center or even 1/4 of an inch to the right off center. It's got a good line. I think Sweeper's got to get on it to hold the line, and there it goes. It's starting to curl.
There it is, right in that pocket.
This is going to be in the pocket.
And sit in the pocket.
Oh, nice shot. That's a no.
She's moving some stones here. Not a bad result there for Vegas as they get one. They stick around. It does stack up shot, rock, and third stone in a straight line. So that third shot is guarded. Segovia now has an open hit. Curious to see where she's going to want to roll the shooter if she's want to keep it. Looks like Alyssa Parks is hearing my commentary from behind the glass and gives a nice little tap on the ice to show us where she's looking to go. Wants to get just across nose and basically park it where that stone is at right now. Just a nose run back. Pretty tight line, so it's probably going to be control. This is that really straight line, though. Out of the hand, it's really narrow, and Heather Cook is grabbing it. But there it goes. Look at it fall. It actually fell, and this might have some disaster as it has an opportunity to jam on the back. Oh, and they luck out as it goes through the port. Does not disturb that back stone. That back stone does not get hit. He does spill out. So, again, Knepper with the decision. With 7 and 8 stones, does she go for a multi-stone hit, or does she draw? There is a pocket there. And she's tapping the ice, staring at that one little spot right there at the back of the button. If she could park it in there, it would be a really hard stone to remove. But that is a precision shot. I even like the nose run back. that jams.
Yeah.
Because
I like the nose run
the
back.
nose run back would create a shot zone for Knepper on the top 8 and leave backing to potentially jam if Segovia went after it.
Yeah, and if she draws around, there's potential that then Segovia just taps hers, kicks out that red. Let's see where she puts the broom. All right. I think
Yep,
it's,
so they're doing...
Yeah, just...
She's just trying to spill it open.
I like this. Get it all out. Clean house. I like it. She hits it on the nose.
This is a pretty tight line now.
Yeah.
So this is going to have to be real up weight. She pushed it wide, so that could help. The sweepers are on it right away to make sure they try and hold this line. It's curling quite a bit, but it's tracking to the center nose. If she noses this could be really good. It's going to over curl just a scotch. Oh, a good effort. A good effort. She does not get the double. Yep, slight over curl there. She even threw it a little bit wide out of the hand, which is helpful. But that stone's really curling a lot from that right to left.
Right to left, it is. Like I said, it's just kind of falling off there. But left to right, it's hanging.
It's
out.
hanging. Shout out to the ice crew here in Eveleth, Minnesota, and a couple of USA curling aficionados coming in here to help out as well, lend a hand. Ice has been spectacular. Segovia's going to go for a hit here. Hit and roll. She wants to spread open the house. Again, another really tight line call, but this is on that left to right side where the line's been really straight. Looks like Segovia may have figured out the ice here pretty quickly on. Both sweepers really hard sweeping. This is curling quite a bit. Look at that fall to the left. It just fell. They have figured out this ice really early on. Wow. And a great sweep from Heather Cook and Jess. My gosh. As that rock came out, it started to curl to the right, and the sweepers were just mowing some ice.
Well, now the ladies have really one option. To draw in. Can't do anything. They got both those.
Yeah, I mean, you could nose hit.
Yeah, you could nose hit.
You could nose hit and sit one.
So depends on
What she's feeling. What's the preference of the skip here? She's got two options. She can nose hit. She noses and sticks. She'll take her one. She does a little off center and has the opportunity to get her double.
Looks like they're gonna draw in.
You could do that. But this one right here is what you expect from a really good skip. Let's see if a really nice skip draw to the button.
Yeah, who you watching?
Little fat lip.
Cassidy needs to give a little
Let's
more
see.
ice.
So last time,
Let's see.
the other direction, we were looking at 375 on the short time as T weight. See if we can stopwatch this here.
I think Cassidy needs to give her a little more ice.
Yeah, I agree.
She's coming in a little too far, and it's curling hard. It might wreck on that Yellowstone if she throws it on broom.
She's on the line. 85, so the sweepers get to play with it a little bit.
Yeah,
It's curling. She's all over the...
Yep,
That's okay if she noses. But she can't roll that way. Just not enough weight for that shot. Just over curled by about 3 feet from what they were looking.
Yeah.
385. The weight was nice though. That was T weight.
Yeah, it was just.
Just needed the broom outside. See if Vegas can adjust to the ice here. So what we've noticed expertly behind the glass here is that there's a definite fall on this sheet. In your viewfinder, right to left is where the rocks are going. So any curls from the left-hand side coming back in to the center line are really hanging out there, and everything on the right-hand side is really diving. Segovia's clearly figured that out. She showed that off on her last hit.
Curlers don't have dedicated ice facilities. They share with hockey ice.
Yeah.
And
we're hosting that.
Oh, the window was clean. Ha.
So how many teams are there?
There's 12 men and 12 women. They have 2 pools of 6 that do a robin.
So how many dedicated curling teams are there?
What are there, 50, 60 some in Minnesota?
Minnesota has like 35.
Doing good? You guys got some snow at your place?
We did. We had actually a lot, and it's, thankfully it melted.
They do.
I didn't want Kim to have complete shock when she got here.
Where in Minnesota?
I'm probably straight west of here, over by the Northwood border.
Oh, okay.
By Fargo area.
This is one of the larger
Did you say Fargo?
in the United States.
Yeah, we were actually looking at a curling event up there, and
So
we had
here we are in the fourth end. Segovia,
like trying to find
after 3, is up 7-0. They're really shooting lights out. A little bit tricky ice here
the problem was
with a fall from the right to left that from your angle. So she asked her lead to throw through on the first shot. We'll start seeing the first 4 stones go through the house, unless something touches paint from Curl Vegas and Team Knepper. Then they'll have those peeled pretty quickly. But the expectation for the next 4 stones of the rest of this game is going to be they're going to Jess and Heather Cook are going to be throwing through the house or takeouts.
they're like, you could, I can't remember where they live at, but they were like, you can fly in there and we'll pick you up and just drive. And it was like a 3-4 hour drive. They're like, it's like,
I know.
so
I don't do curling. Maybe an ice maker.
they're just thrown through the house now.
Yep. So being up by 7 after 3, Segovia's going to ask her lead and her second to throw through. Everything's going to be through the house unless Knepper touches paint. And those first 4 stones, and Heather, then Jess and Heather, lead and second are going to be hitting. So all heavyweight for the lead and second here on out.
Currently still taking ball. They have about
I don't think we can take that one anymore.
Yeah, we used to spend a lot of time in Colorado. And at one point, I like antiques. I have an antique Leadville, Colorado.
So hopefully Carla can relay that. So Carla put the broom almost in the right spot, right? They're trying to get behind the guard. So on the other end, she was in the white. And still trying to get the stone
Right.
to go on the button. I'm like, look, you just...
You've seen it.
Yeah, she was a little far on that one, but if she had put it from
Middle 8.
middle 8 like they did over there, it would've been-
skip that team.
So just as I said, you can call me Kenny Damas, as I know what's going to happen here. Heather Cook's going to go for the hit, preferably spill, but she's going to stick around and actually roll to the outside pop out from underneath the side of that guard. Segovia is not going to be mad at it. It's still T-line.
What are you doing?
Also, right now is a clean house.
they're the same.
And quick little update for those that are from Texas and curious about Team Myers. If you hear that grinding sound, that is the buzzsaw that fired up. After they gave up a 5-ender, they immediately go back and get another 3, so they're back up 6-5. You can see the steam coming off the top ahead of Myers, so he is furious. Segovia looks around, counts the stones, makes sure she's not hitting anything she's not allowed to, realizes this is the 5th stone, so time to start peeling guards. Tap on the shoulder means normal. That is big weight. You'll notice she's got that broom pretty far off the rock, though, and this is that straight side, so curious to see if this comes back. Yeah, it's hanging out there. It's got a curl. It's got a curl. It's got a curl. It's going to paper by and be a nice little self-takeout. So she forgot her own lesson on that broom call. There's a little bit too much broom there. And a shout out to our Houston viewers curious about Carl Shaper's game over on sheet 1. With hammer twice, they've gotten 2 on each end. So after 3 ends, they are up 4-1. That's being broadcast on the Houston Curling Club's page as well. A nice draw weight here. If it can bite at the last second and get just a tick of it, it's going to tick. They're going to be okay with that. It's going to stick around in the house despite Segovia's furious skip sweep there. And it's also going to move that shot stone out from behind the guard. So an actually pretty good result for Knepper. Segovia is not going to play any part of that game. Has to remove that stone immediately. She's calming down on the weight. No more normal. Happy with control, as you saw with the tap of the belly. It's got to curl a lot here. And there it goes. It's coming on a good line. Coming on a good line. They'd be really happy if it hits and rolls out. That's exactly what happens. That's perfect. Alyssa Parks shooting lights out. Absolutely lights out. I like the line on this. You got to sweep to hold it. You got to sweep to hold it so you get past the guard. You got to sweep real hard to get past the guard. Got to sweep real hard to get past the guard. It's going to wreck on their guard. Just a pretty tight line there. I like the weight. That was going to be grabbing top 12 if it snuck by, but instead wrecks on their own guard. Segovia deciding whether or not she wants to guard her own shot stone or stick to the original game plan. And it looks like that's what she's going to do. She's going to have to peel the guard. She is given a full foot outside of that stone, so this can't be normal. It's got to be closer to hack. Okay, that's hack plus. And that'll do nicely to take that, get a roll. Both sweepers on there, rolling it. And again, another really nice hit from Alyssa Parks. Manages to remove the guard. Doesn't completely roll out, but it does spill it all the way out to the wing, so not a lot of real estate for Knepper to hide behind. There is a really nice opportunity here, though, for Knepper with those corner guards. So what she's going to try and do is get across the nose of this shot stone sitting here at T and wiggle just a scotch, about 1.5 feet, over to full 12 on the left-hand side, sitting as far behind that guard as buried as possible. Now this is the line that curls a ton, and it's doing exactly that. The weight's going to be key here. It looks like it's a little light, so they're going to really have to dig to get there. You can't be light on this. You can't be light. You really got to dig. Come on, they're digging. They're digging. They're digging. They're digging. They stopped digging. Good sweep, though. Good sweep. Good sweep. So they don't take shot stone. It's more of a high draw. It is grab and paint. It is nicely guarded, so it's going to bother Segovia a little bit. She's talking about it. A couple of options here now is continue to peel guards, but more realistically, she's going to try and split the house. You can see her holding her broom over to the edge of the right-hand side. Tapping the ice, that's exactly what she's going to do. Calling for just above T-line. Asking for full 8 on the right-hand side, splitting the house. Want it to be a perfect shot, exactly even with that shot stone on the left-hand side. So just touching T-line on the right side. Removing any opportunity for a double. continuing to apply pressure is Team Segovia.
This part, so they would need to fill out. This here, and this would be. This part, as I remember, this part was because each pharmacy has.
Looks a little like these sweepers are really digging in. Really digging in. Trying to get every foot out of this. Trying to get every inch. And it's just a dadgum beaut. It's a beauty. High fives from Segovia to her sweeper. She says, thanks. Wow, that's a good shot.
You're gonna try to freeze on
Yep.
yellow.
Just a corner freeze on the left side, on the left shot stone there. That's the plan. She knows the line. She's seen it a couple times this end already. Freeze is such a tough shot because it's all about weight. A little bit of a bobble out of the hack, but a nice clean release. This is heavier. It's gonna be down there in the back of the house. It's tracking on a really good line. Alyssa Park's coming out. Ready to sweep any and everything. She's gonna get to the nose. She's gonna get to the outside of the nose. Just over curled again. Really nice weight though, dang.
You get like a break after this one, right?
Mm-hmm. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, teams of 4, right? So then, we assume that most of them will wait till Saturday to get a shot. No, these are actually curlers who play on skating ice that you prep, so it's not nearly as good as the conditions here. So we create a separate championship for them. So it's a national championship for that group. So it's not like our.
Looks like on this line, Segovia is looking for a tap back of that stone that just came through. She'd also be okay with just a nose tap on her own yellow. It's tracking on a good line. The weight looks pretty nice too. This is going to be just down to T. Heather Cook is really digging in. It's tracking on a good line. They want to just corner freeze, tap, out sit it if they can. My gosh. You couldn't walk down and put that in a better spot. Wow. Wow. And that's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. It's really impressive because what it's doing is it's sitting just a little bit closer than that redstone, so it counts as a point. And because it's so close, they can't hit it and spill it out and make it move without killing their own rock.
Alright, they need to give more ice. This is,
What is this for? What are they trying?
they're gonna try to freeze.
I mean, this is hammer, so you just got to be.
Right, that's why I'm like, give more ice. You don't have to be against that stuff.
This
But
is-
if it overcurls,
Then you're in trouble. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is going to overcurl. This is absolutely going to overcurl,
Yeah.
unless she's doing backline weight. But that just says that she's
No,
not
she's-
trusting her.
yeah, it's,
She's not trusting her
she's
times.
not. It's
Austin Hunter, I have put Dean on blast. Dean knows that
Right
Kenny
now,
Cook
Yellow's
is in
sitting two
place.
You see, because we got 1, 2, and that one over here is closer to that red one.
So this is their last.
This is their last stone, so it has to be inside these yellows.
Yellows.
And look, it's curling a lot. It's on a good line, though. If they can hold it, it's wanting to overcurl. There it goes.
good weight. That's
Not the good line. So it's going to wreck. It'll outsit one, but those two in the yellow, those
yeah.
two in
I
the
think
8 foot,
if she had thrown it another 2 foot out,
just draw to the button.
Yeah.
Just trust your weight. So going into the halfway mark of this game, after 4 ends, another steal of 2 for Segovia. That makes the score 9-0. So quick little 5-minute break.
What's that?
Giddy up.
Only be one thing.
right?
To the bars.
Tell you what, all this sitting watching curling hurt me.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of goes fast, but it's kind of still moving, you know?
Yeah. And obviously, you know, when you're down there, it's way faster. You're busy all the time.
Right. You don't notice the. Yeah, you could sit and stare at this for hours. It's super cool. It's fun.
Stressed to Carl the same factor that we're in. She's not taking insurance. So there, I mean,
How long is Kim?
Same amount of time. Just over a year. Somewhere else.
How did she get into it?
Because I went through the watching the last 2 months. I found Curl Vegas. I mean, Sarah found Curl Vegas, and then we found a Groupon, started up, and then we went to the Groupon, Segovia, yeah, Rex, went to a bunch of fun stuff, like Jess has done, She got on women's team and they tried out in nationals in Bradford in Utah, but all qualified for this event. They won the first 2 games yesterday, so they're
Yeah, that's what
they
she
played
said.
really well yesterday. I think the nerves get to
They said that they were playing some tougher teams.
this team called.
Yeah, interdivision is the #1 team, but they're just making, you know, like the easier mistakes. And unfortunately, like when you make those kind of mistakes on a good team, they're going to capitalize. So, a lot more noticeable.
Guess who didn't take a nap today?
9-0 Segovia. We are down 9-0.
He's not even 2 yet. I'm in trouble.
We dropped a 4 bomb in the first inning. Dropped 2, 1, 2, 6.
No, he actually has a spot on there for. Where it says other,
Yes.
because they don't do the most.
I met her twice, I think, so far.
Yeah, I am too. I meet somebody and I just can't remember.
Yeah. Wait, I remember where I put my car keys every day. bought a stand and it's not working out very well. I think I'm gonna buy one like this. I'm gonna go buy my tab.
Yeah, that actually is surprisingly
Yep.
well built.
Yeah. I don't know why I bought this one. I was thinking, get it above. I thought it would be more stable.
Yeah, this one here, right?
Shaky.
Wide feet to it. This one down here. It's stable.
Yeah. It goes off. This one I didn't get chicken free.
I could probably get it to you either Sunday evening after the clinic's over or so you need what they're male, female, zip code.
An action-packed game over on sheet 3 with Weber and Galsworthy.
That's fun to say. Galsworthy.
Galsworthy.
Sorry, Vegas.
Looks like Vegas is having some technical difficulties. So go ahead and pull the nice guy. Move here and set this up for you.
I guess there's some
There you go.
So I'm taking it. But I think I'm also going to
Coming back to you after a quick 5-minute break. Midway point of the game here is Segovia. You can see is up 9-0 against Curl Vegas. Lead Jess is done for the afternoon. She's taking a break and giving an opportunity for Sarah, their fifth, to come in and throw lead stones. Sarah's going to get an opportunity to do some hits here. So her first stone is through the house intentionally. Segovia is going to want all those to go through if there's nothing in the paint. If there is anything in the paint, she's going to want to hit and spill. So that's what she's asking. This is that straight line. It's staying out there, but it's an absolute beautiful shot from Sarah. Nice job, Sarah. She gets her hit. Hits and spills out. That's exactly what she wanted.
I'm like, I just thought they were cousins. I didn't know we gave them numbers.
And Kim and I think, we're only 6 months apart.
Oh, wow.
6 or 8 months apart.
Oh, they put in Sarah.
They did. So Jen's done for the afternoon. Going to get their fifth. A little bit of playing time here.
Yeah, we met Sarah at Hot Shots.
Oh, y'all were at the Hot Shots camp too?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That is a lot of money really well spent.
Yeah.
Heather did that a year and a half ago, and she came back after a weekend, and her game was night and day different.
Well, that's why we're excited to get a building.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause,
That's right.
They show you all these skills and drills and all these things, and then you're like, wow, it'd be great to use those.
Yeah.
We play one Saturday
One-
night a week.
yep.
So it will be nice to actually.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So for those that don't know, that are watching on the Houston feed or nationally, or my few international viewers, come out to beautiful Las Vegas. Check out a show. Do a little bit of responsible gambling. Take a look at the Sphere if you've got a ton of money and you want to waste it on a super cool show. But if you have an extra couple of hours and you want to play the greatest sport on ice, check out Curl Vegas's new venue coming live. middle next year, we'll say, yeah?
Hopefully in the first quarter.
Hopefully into Q1 they will have dedicated ice. That's right, dedicated ice in Vegas.
10, 15 minutes from the airport.
Yeah.
That is super cool. Looking forward to some spiels and some tournaments out there in the near future.
Crazy.
I've seen just being in Vegas, driving by
Just
it.
driving, yeah, you're driving
bet
up the
it's
highway at
super
15 at night, and you look over,
in a
it's like
150-foot
snow globe is glowing.
That's
and
wild. That is
Thank
wild.
God it's not too close to the highway, because
You just have wrecks left and right.
people are like just staring at it, watching the feed on it, whatever's going on.
So, a couple of heavy throws from Team Knepper. So nothing for Heather Cook to hit. She's going to continue to throw through, and Segovia's strategy is playing out just like she'd like. Keeping the front of the house wide open. As few stones as play as possible. Checking back over to sheet 8 and Myers. After giving up that 5-ender in the second, they've taken another 3 and 2. The burning red look in his cheeks and on the corner of his ears is starting to dissipate as they are up 8-5. Starting to look a little bit more casual. Just out here with a nice draw. Both sweepers seem to like the weight, so they're walking along and just coaxing it. That should just bite top 12. No, it's going to finish as a 3 guard. They would have liked that touch paint, but looks like both teams are pretty okay with running out the stones here for the next couple of ends. This will be Curl Vegas's last year in Arena Nationals now that they will be spoiled, dedicated curlers.
Yeah, it's nice that the girls qualified to play in it.
That's super cool. Yep.
And of course, when they qualified, we didn't know it would be the last year.
That's right. Very cool. So Alyssa Parks with a missed shot, and an opportunity arises for Team Knepper as they've now got a rock and play, something to hide behind. You can see her kind of moving that broom head around. Starts out in the middle of the 12s, inches it in. Now she's middle of 8. That's the right line call from behind here in the glass. This expert that doesn't throw a stone says. Right out of the hand. That's curling a ton. They got to sweep it. Now you got to get the weight. It's going to be on that line. It's got to get around the guard, though. You can't wreck on your own guard. Sneak by it. Sweep hard. Man, that line has just fooled Knepper and company this whole game. Segovia thinking about a double hit, thinking about a single. She really just cares about making sure the shooter spills. She wants to have 2 less stones after this rock is thrown. So taking the inside out, making sure that shooter's going to roll out. This does have an opportunity to promote that outside redstone, though. So a little bit of a risky shot here. Heather Cook really getting on it. It's going to curl. There's that outside fall. So she's going to nose it. Not exactly what Segovia was looking for. There's a little bit of a wall that Knepper can hide behind. So she's going to try again. Ask Whetstone, draw around. Going to need about another 6 to 8 feet of weight. The line was the right call. You can see the line's been moved out now. About another 4 inches to account for that extra guard. I do think this is the right line. It's all about the weight control now. Looks like she's on broom too. Sweepers think it's a little too heavy. It's got a bite. This is where you pull out some pocket sand. And just a little bit of too much of an overcorrection as she sends it through the house. Shoot. Good effort. Good effort, but she's going to be disappointed in that shot. Just noticing here from behind the glass where the broom is comparatively. She's got that in the middle of 12. And she's looking to draw around behind. We've seen through the beginning of this week about 6 feet of curl on T line. This one's tracking more about 7.5, so real swingy from this right to left line. And she's narrow out of the hand, so both sweepers really digging on it. Oh, a little stumble from Heather Cook, but she collects herself, doesn't burn the rock. And now they're trying to carve it. And it gets back in there. Right to the top of the button. Full 4, maybe biting the button. It did not curl quite as much as what she thought. I think the sweepers had to hold the line a little more than what she was hoping. So that is hanging out there in the open. Does give an opportunity because those 2 guards are staggered right there for Knepper to hit and roll underneath. You can see 3/4 of the stone from where she's looking in the hack. Unless she's throwing stinking peel, this is going to be too tight of a line.
Just needs tap back weight. Just need back of house weight.
Yeah, back of house weight would be really nice, but you need another 1.5 feet of line. Look, she just moved the broom in even another inch. Moved it back out a 1/2 inch. Yeah, this is going to be real narrow. Unless this is coming out as a rifle.
And it's not.
I mean, she put a push on it.
And she did go a little outside.
Yep, she got all the way to edge of 4. This looks nice.
There it is.
Oh, look at that curl. Nice shot. Not going to stick around, but a good adjustment in the release there to push it just a scotch outside.
Yeah, if she'd thrown that on broom, it would have wrecked on that.
That would have wrecked on the guard all day.
Yeah.
All day. So Segovia, going to do a repeat. Draw it right back down the same spot. And put additional pressure on Knepper to do the same thing, but with less weight and try and stick around or blank. Out of the hand, both sweepers are getting on it real hard. They're hurrying real hard. Hurrying real hard. Furious. Now Heather Cook takes it over, trying to carve it. Trying to push that zone, get as much curl as possible. And they get the extra 3 feet of curl, and it's buried. It did overcarry, so that is back 8. There's plenty of room.
There you go. Get a little outside.
Just a nice skip draw to the button. Full 4 is fine.
Don't put that broom in the white.
That's got to be middle of 12 is where we're looking for that broom to be put down.
There you go.
And the broom's in the right spot. She picks it up just to keep everybody nervous, puts it right back down. All right, and a nice smooth skip draw to full 4.
Moving the brush, she's shifting the broom.
She's shifting the broom. I saw that wiggle. You'll remember also Segovia had her inside sweeper on it right out of the gate every time. This one's gonna dive. Both sweepers are carrying it. She's past the guard. Now it's all about weight. Oh, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Stop, 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 stop. They overswept it. They over stinking swept it.
Nice shot.
Damn.
You know, the unfortunate part is like we learn. So we can't time on our ice because you can't see the hog lines.
Oh, y'all can't see hog lines.
Like from one side to another, like the
Yeah.
skip can't see the other.
Oh yeah,
hog
y'all
line.
do. Yeah, we do short times at ours.
Yeah,
That's
and
all we
so
get.
That's
Yeah.
so. At Hot Shots, we learn how to do that, right? 'Cause,
Oh yeah,
and-
it's phenomenal. You're like, oh, 14.5, so I know it's going to be T-way. Beautiful.
Right.
And then you get home and you're like, well, that lesson's gone.
and the fact that we learned that 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
that's why they're not timing right now because
Yep.
so Carla, I usually skip our team and she throws second on it.
Okay.
So she skipped arena playdowns.
Mm-hmm.
She skipped here, and that's pretty much it.
That's awesome.
So, but they needed to skip for the team, so she's like, I'll skip. So that's why too she's not correcting, some of those where you're like,
Yeah, there's
gotta bring them.
I mean, in the very first end, that last stone shot
Yeah.
to go for the triple instead of just drawing and
Right.
and cutting things down with backing. That's
That's where you're like, you have backing, just curl it in
just
there.
curl it
follow that
in,
line.
follow the line,
sit in.
put it on the button,
Like,
put it
even
anywhere.
down here, where it's like, tell
There's
her
been
to push the broom out, and I told her that in the hotel earlier. I was like,
So when Heather went to Hot Shots about a year and a half ago, she went off to the side with one or two of the coaches. It was actually Alyssa and Heather, so Parks and Cook. Both of them were at Hot Shots at the same time, and they had one coach pull them aside and just talk about game strategy instead of execution of throws and whatnot.
Yeah.
And because Heather skips our 5U team and Vices a lot in other teams, that's when she came back and her whole strategy completely changed. They both got coached up by a Briar champion.
yeah,
So-
it's,
Makes a big difference.
That's a huge difference.
I mean, and
There's a lot of games where
class.
they'll just flat out strategy people.
Yeah, it's
Nice center line draw. Stay on there. Stay on the center line. You could.
Pre-team fireball before my pre-game fireball with you.
No, I will help you.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty excited.
You're in love. You want to marry him. You want to kiss him.
You're such a dork.
Ew.
It's crazy talk.
That's freaking adorable.
Oh.
Back to the action on sheet 4. It is now 10-0. What is likely the last end of this game?
edge of the 8 foot.
Edge of the 8. So they've learned their lesson. This should draw right around behind the guard.
Carl has a question.
Yeah.
Like, I have a question.
Don't give me your sass. Are my viewers commenting to you about my poor camera skills?
She's checking in on you.
Thank you, Jen. Takes a village.
Sometimes a nosy neighbor.
All right, for all my 7 remaining viewers, appreciate y'all for sticking through it with us as we watch the reigning champions going for a 3-peat, Julie Segovia and company, throwing through the house. Heather Cook with a graceful stand-up. Graceful and athletic. That's what we're going for.
How often do they get to play? Like,
Well, Heather lives in Dallas. So she spent February, March, and April flying down or driving down to Houston every weekend.
It was crazy.
It was preposterous. But it's all points, babe. It's not real money.
It's monopoly money.
It's just points. And then they spiel all over the place as much as they can. So the lead lead, vice, and skip, they curl. I don't even think they curl in a league together. They have one league night together on Sunday nights, or Saturday nights, excuse me, but somebody misses almost every single week. So their qualifier was the first time that all four of them played together.
That's these ladies too.
Yeah.
Because Carla plays on my team, obviously,
Mhm.
and then Kim is his wife, plays on their team, and then Cassidy and Flora sometimes play together, but Cassidy is usually got other things going on Saturday night. So
Mhm.
they were just like, "Hey, do you guys want to put a team together and go to the playdown and try?"
Trying a little rub-a-dub, but no dub, no drink. Don't care.
I was like, "Can I still drink?"
Alright, we'll be back. I'll see you in a minute.
Oh, Myers gave up 2? Okay, I'll be there shortly. Okay, bye. Kim Stone here. Is it Kim Stone?
Strong.
Kim Strong. Kim Strong. Strong Stone.
Strong zone.
Coming in here. Got a couple of rocks to hide behind. This is that straight line, so I like the way this is heading. It's a Scotch light, so the sweepers are really getting on it. It's just a Scotch light.
I was actually gonna say that same word.
A Scotch?
Yep. Let me get around that other
Yep.
yellow guard. Now you actually have something you can
So,
try to promote.
so again, they've got some stuff that's staggered over there on the front to hide behind.
Flora has taken a seat. She's
A lot of sweeping on that last stone. I'm gonna take a little breather there.
she's like, if they didn't want us to sit down, they would put these chairs here. So
That's exactly right. So Alyssa trying to do a hit and roll under. Hit and spill's fine. She's gonna get her hit. It's gonna roll just a scotch, a smidge, but not underneath the guard. It is biting paint. Half in, half out. So even if Knepper noses, it's gonna be outside. So she's gonna have to hit and roll.
hit, tap it, give it a
And you could hit, you could just completely ignore it and draw around.
yeah.
She's gonna try and do a hit wiggle.
Yeah. Change off the nose on the low side.
Yeah, just about 2 inches off the nose with hack weight will give it enough to send that yellow through and kick it over about 1.5 feet to the left. Just biting 12 would be a really phenomenal result. Out of the hand, it's pretty stinking narrow. You could go for a plan B. Yep, they're calling off the sweepers. Ooh. Is this going to stick around and bite? Segovia's going to walk over and glare at it just to make sure it goes. And it's out. Dang. Good try. Team Segovia has done a really good job of making very difficult shots forcing really difficult shots for Team Knepper throughout the game. They've done a good job to stay in it and made a couple of really good shots here and there, but Team Segovia just continues to execute. You'll also notice this hand on the shoulder from Heather Cook. That is them practicing when they're playing in really loud arenas. They go to a silent count for sweep calls. The outside sweeper will watch Segovia. Segovia, the skip down in the house, will wave for a sweeper, and the outside sweeper will tap the inside to go. And if they need to call them off, they'll double tap on the same shoulder to call them off. So seeing the Segovia and the company trying to take a little bit of opportunity to practice some of their finer skills. Opportunity here, though. This is set up nicely for Knepper. Looking for hack weight. It's a little bit heavier than that though.
Yeah, and it's on that left side.
So it's going to stay out. If it was hack, it might have had a chance, but this is full control.
That's
So Segovia looking here to clog up the draw path to the button on the right-hand side and sink one top 12 just off center line on the right-hand side.
Does Segovia have another game today?
They do. They're doing air quote back-to-back. Technically it is back-to-back, but the ice crew runs the draw schedule, so there's a full hour and a half long break between each draw. So they've got another game at 7:30.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. They play the 2 and 7.
You're 2 and 7, yeah.
One today. They played 2 yesterday, so it's nice in the fact you played 2.
Then play 1 and 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah. These they had 1. I think they go 1 yesterday, 2 today, 2 tomorrow. So
little more taxing of the schedule.
Over curls a country mile, but the weight was nice, so it ends up in the top 12. Just covers up the left-hand draw pass. So there is a port there from the right to the left, but that line's been squirrely.
Yeah, I think
So here's a really nice opportunity for a hit and stick, or even hit and kind of wiggle just to the right-hand side underneath the center line guard.
my mind, you got 2 shots left. Practice what you want.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a little hit and sit. Not gonna try to double it up. There's no free drinks involved for the double up.
No free drinks, no. Typically, you got to pay for that, Catton. It's got a nice line. It's got a nice line. Now they need to get off it. Get off it. Let it curl. Get off it. Let it curl. Beautiful shot, Knepper. Good shot. Good shot. Paper's right by the guard. Gave it about a 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch clearance to sneak by. Knows his shot stone. Sticks in there for to become shot. It is unguarded, so Segovia's going to come over here and hit. I did see a tap on the shoulder for normal weight, and that broom looks a scotch wide for that.
Especially on that outside where it's
Yep.
not curling as
This
hard.
is that straight line that doesn't curl, and on normal it's going to be a straight line the whole way. So maybe she takes the scotch off and does control weight, but
Oh, that's true.
with normal this is going to be real close to that outside edge.
You know, like the girls had to design these jackets and then have them made so that way they would have uniforms.
Yeah, I heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so we were like, well, I'll buy one, you know, in case we ever need one, and then.
Nope, and behind the glass, I'm always right. She hits her stone, but she does not get the shooter.
Hey, look at
Shot
that.
stone. Look at that, and the goose egg is gone.
Yeah. Unless they hit that yellow right into that red and jam it. But go for it. Try to take 2.
Yeah, Knepper just threw. She just threw this line.
Yep. Yeah. So
Whetstone pointing out, let's not do that.
at this point, Carla's like, you know what? They're gonna go inside out, but see, here's
They're
the
just
problem. They
no. See,
yeah.
trust your stone you just threw.
Yeah, you did this. Just
There you go.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
If you are,
Just nose it. Bring it
yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
Nose it.
Yeah.
Even an inch off the nose, it won't jam back.
Nah.
So,
Just do
and
about.
if it overcurls, it hits that front guard. So
Sure. Yeah.
Go-
So front.
Go for it. Don't come in
Do.
the other way.
Ooh, that's wide. Oh God, that's real wide. That's real wide. Oh no.
Or do that and see how it plays out.
Don't be anything more than hack.
Yeah, just that's all you need.
You can't.
Hack weight.
You can't.
Just need to tap it back.
You can't be
Don't
anything
have
more
to-
than hack.
Don't have to slam it home. Just need a nice. And this was one thing we learned at Hot Shots was how hard do you need to hit that stone on the nose to get it to go? And they're like, wherever you want
Okay,
it.
so she's a little narrow.
Yeah, she was inside, which is good.
That's-
There you go.
There it is. This is tracking beautifully.
Oh, it's gonna wreck on that.
Oh, she gets it. No.
She was a little narrow. All right, well.
And they take one. Good sport for Stone there.
That is a game, folks. We got 1 point at the very last shot. They don't play again until tomorrow.
And waiting for the official turn and tilt of the head. I haven't seen a single, and there's the handshakes. There's the handshakes. Okay.
Tomorrow, 2 o'clock. is the game.
Yeah, nice game for both teams. Congratulations to Team Segovia for advancing final score 10-1. Congratulations to Knepper on your upcoming dedicated ice. Good game all around, ladies. Nice job.